Welcome to Mr. UFC Vegas Fight Club TV. I am Kyle, your host. Welcome to the podcast. And here we are again to another breakdown, early breakdown strategy. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson, the main event of UFC 223. Going to be a great fight. Very excited to see this one. This is one a long time in the making. We yesterday looked at Rose versus Joanna, broke that down a little bit, took a look at the odds, saw if there was any soft odds up in the early line for that. Very interesting to see kind of how that all pans out. Here's another one. This is the main event of that. That was the co-main event that we did yesterday. So looking at it as a whole first, this has been a fight that a lot of people have been waiting to see. I believe this is the third time they're trying to do this fight. There's weight issues that have happened in the past with Khabib. Tony ended up now becoming the interim champion over that span when they weren't able to get this fight going. So a lot of things have been happening that are very interesting to this dance between Tony, Khabib, and Conor. The three of them have been really, at each other's throats over a significant time period because these are the three main guys really in that division right now. It's seeing what's going on with Conor and that where is he going to be back into the UFC? Is he not going to be going back to UFC? Is he going to box somebody? Is he going to do a mixed kind of fight in the cage and not? I mean, there's so many different things that they've been talking about with Mayweather and all these things. All that, push all that aside and look at what's happening right now. And right now, it's Tony versus Khabib in the main event of UFC 223. So we're going to focus on that overall. And looking at it right now, the current odds Vegas has is Khabib is minus 250 and Tony Ferguson is plus 210. So, very interesting odds. I did not think it would be this far of a spread this far out. I thought they'd maybe have a little bit closer, although some of the action, this line has been out for a while because it is more of a hyped fight, so the odds may have shifted a little bit. But they're giving Khabib a substantial price tag there as a favorite, a minus 250. Those are normally odds I'm not diving at. Of course, if I really feel there's great value, definitely. Now, Tony Ferguson is 23-3. He's beaten some great talent. He's on an incredible run. I believe it's, if I can even look back here, I mean, he's at about, I believe it's about 10. He's run 10, 11 in a row he's won, and some of them have been in great fashion. He's a tough fighter, well-rounded overall, good striking, good ground game. It'll be interesting to see how Khabib, who is just absolutely vicious on the ground, stands up if he has to stand up against someone like Ferguson. So it'll be very interesting to see there. Looking at it again, this is not a pick. This is not exactly who I'm taking. This is just, again, an early strategy, an early look at the line. I don't know which way I'm going with, to be honest with you. I'm very much in the middle right now. I think the price on Tony is good. I think that's a solid price for Tony Ferguson at plus 210. That's just a great price for him. The Khabib price, a little high for me right now. I'm interested to see kind of where that money goes because I could see that going higher. I could see, the spread being widened out the more that Khabib keeps getting hyped. But people also on the other side of the coin say, what if Khabib can't take him down? Tony is going to be able to possibly pick him apart standing and end the fight standing. But Khabib's drive, he always has that drive to push, and he is relentless when it comes to takedowns. He will not give up. He will keep going until he gets you down. And even the Barboza fight, which is one that I correctly predicted, that fight to me, a lot of people were saying the same thing. They were saying that, Barboza is extremely difficult to take down. He's just got great takedown defense. Obviously, we know what happened there. Obviously, we saw the fact that it was not even an issue for Khabib. It was almost the same situation where he fought Michael Johnson, where you felt bad for the guy. You literally felt bad for the guy as he's on top of him, just mauling him for 3 straight rounds. So it'll be very interesting to see kind of how Ferguson now attempts to go into this fight. Is he going to, have a different strategy? What kind of strategy will he implement going into this? Because he's just got to have that distance with Khabib in order just to keep him out of range for the takedown, but enough in the range for the strikes. So it'll be interesting kind of where that all is going to turn. So if you're looking at, again, right now, if I, had a gun to my head, I don't know. I think I just have the guy pull the trigger because I don't know who I like right now. I think it's so down the middle. I just think the price is nice on Ferguson, but Khabib is so vicious. And with Conor waiting in the wings, there's even rumors now, which, I mean, obviously there's just ridiculous rumors when it comes to Conor McGregor. There's just a ton of rumors and speculation of what's going to be happening, but there's rumors now that he is going to be in attendance at UFC 223, and that will help build the fight. So for whoever he does, if he is fighting, whoever he does fight, now they're saying that, and the fact that Dana White hasn't fully said we've stripped him of the title. This is that hasn't even happened yet. So if Conor's there, I could just see this actually being, it's going to be an interim fight, which is fine because regardless, I don't care what it's called, this fight versus Nurmagomedov and Ferguson. I don't really care I don't care. All I care about is whoever wins this fight fights Conor McGregor next. That's all I care about. So I hope that this is what happens. I hope we see that next fight. That would be an extraordinary fight. And I think I've said this in a past video, that there's rumors that if Khabib wins, he's looking to fight Conor in Russia, which would just be an explosion of hype around it. I mean, it would just be, an enormous hype fight. So I actually am hoping Khabib wins because of that. I actually would like to see that fight happen in Russia and how Conor would handle that and the crowd there. It would just be a spectacle. But focusing back on the betting side of this, early lines, we're taking a look at it. We gotta, break this down a little bit more, but let me know what you guys think. Want to know if you guys think that, hey, is this a fight that you're going to be betting on? Do you think that this is the spread too big? Are you going to try to jump on it earlier? Kind of where do you see yourself kind of placing a bet now, or are you looking to wait? This fight, for me personally, I see myself with Rose and Joanna. I see possibly me trying to throw some money early on it, which I will, keep you guys in the loop and kind of where I'm looking to place my bets. But in this fight, I may let it sit for a little while because I may look even longer to see, and closer to fight time, where that money's going to go. Because if Tony's price continues to go up, it's just almost worth taking. I mean, obviously you want to take the person who's going to win the fight. That's obviously where it's at. But when you're at this level, they're both such sensational fighters that when the price starts to get, plus 300 on a guy like Tony Ferguson, who is been, amazing within the UFC over his time frame of, he's won 10, 11 fights in a row, the opportunity's there. So we're going to dive into it deeper next week, or probably the following week, because next week we'll be doing UFC Fight Night 127. So we'll be doing the entire prediction breakdown for that as well. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think. And hopefully we're going to be cashing it again on this one. Did well last week. And let's keep that momentum going. This is Mr. UFC Vegas, Fight Club TV. Take care.